awakening can be a very fearful thought and idea and concept, and many of us may struggle to fully embrace the idea of awakening and letting go, because through that process we lose the ego, and we lose the ego bodysuit and mind, in the sense that we don't identify as it anymore. We're not coming from this mouth and these shoulders and hands and everything. Instead, we recognize that we are beyond all of that, and that is an incredibly threatening thought process or belief or understanding for the ego. It cannot understand how to be that, because it's not that, and it's created this veil of illusion and forgetting that we forget that we were everything, and we believe that we are this something, this finite body destined to die and to experience a difficult life with ups and downs and unhappinesses, and never fully feeling satisfied in any moment because it could always be better. And you've got to ask yourself in these moments, what is it that could happen if I let go of this belief system, this identity, this identification to the separate self and the bodysuit? What would happen in those moments? And if that feels like a completely scary thing to do, to let go of the separate identity and to believe or perceive or be the oneness of all experience, then I would thoroughly recommend praying about it and seeking solace in the universe or God or love or whatever word that you want to use to describe that. I don't think we're alone. I believe that there is a multitude of guides and energies and whatever guiding all of this, helping us. And of course they are not separate to us in any way. They're still part of us, and they're part of consciousness. And even in A Course in Miracles, it's always talking about the Holy Spirit. And I think there is a great deal of comfort and reassurance that comes from perceiving and believing that there is some guide with you at all moments in the day, and that can be whatever you want it to be. You know, if you think it's angels, then it's angels. If you think it's ascended masters, then it's ascended masters. There's no right or wrong in this. If you don't believe that there's anything there, then that's also completely fine. There's no right or wrong here. But definitely for me, during the early stages of my deep healing and my dark night of the soul, I had to believe that there was somebody or something there for me in order to get through those hard and challenging times. And more often than not, when I prayed or asked for guidance or something or other like that, it would show up. Or if I prayed, I can't see how this situation could relieve itself, I can't see how I could let go of my emotions around this feeling, I would pray about it. I'd pray for help and guidance to let go, to see it differently. And it might not happen straight away, but sometimes I would notice maybe 4 hours later, oh, I'm not upset or thinking about it anymore. And I could see a bigger picture, and I could see a different meaning to it all. And this is why I guess like books like A Course in Miracles or The Way of Mastery are just really brilliant, because they are showing you that there is a guidance system that's in place to help you to awaken and to help you overcome the ego. In fact, even in A Course in Miracles, it says that you have to take yourself all the way, and then it's Jesus or God or Holy Spirit that will meet you for you to awaken, because it's only so far that perhaps you as a separate self, which is unaware of the bigger picture and is unaware of the oneness of everything, because it's so identified to this body and sees itself from arising from this body, that you can't let that fully go, that you need to be met and guided the rest of the way. For me personally, that brings me a lot of comfort, and I have found it helpful. And I think, again, in the Course in Miracles, it says the script is already written. So everything that's happening in your life was already created before, was already decided upon before you even inhabited it and inhabited this bodysuit. It's all working out exactly how it was designed to. And even when you detour, that's still part of the script, that's still part of what's happening. And so if there is that the script is written, who is it that's creating that script? It's the oneness. It's consciousness deciding to experience itself within consciousness. That's all that's happening here. And for some people, that might also appear as a Holy Spirit or an angel or ascended masters or whoever it is guiding you as well. And that helps alleviate some of the fear and worry and resistance to letting go and awakening, letting go of the ego self. If there is a safety net that you know will catch you, regardless of what will happen. Because of course, it's a completely scary thought to really not believe that you are this person that you have thought you are and are so clinging on to and have made beautiful and covered in lovely clothes, and you work out and all these kind of things, and has all these friends and these thoughts and these feelings. That is a big thing to let go of, to stop seeing yourself as that person. And when you fully let go of that, then you will live that peaceful, blissful, happy life that you've been dreaming of, and all other things will fall into place too. There seems to be a lot of discourse around, like, what is our purpose here? What is our purpose here? And I think the main purpose really is to be spirit, consciousness, experiencing itself in a physical form, and then once realizing that they are beyond the physical form, that they are consciousness and not the physical form, to then spread that and bring that to others in whatever way that is. For some people, like initially Rupert Spira, it was making pottery. For others, it's art. For others, it's starting companies, which have messages of hope and creating products and stuff. There's no one way that it's meant to look, but to know that any other purpose that you think you have that isn't sort of coming from a place of being awakened is just the ego seeking yet again to lose you and experience to lose you in the world. Our purpose here, I think, is first to awaken and then to teach others. And that's all we can ask for. And I think that's probably the most amazing thing to recognize and know and experience and be. I am opening up for one-to-ones now. I've been doing a couple of courses and workshops and talking to people, and yeah, I feel like I want to open that space to everybody else. And there's no set way that the one-to-one calls will look. It could just be a talk. It could just be holding space for one another. Or if you have a particular thought or pattern or belief system that you would like to work through, using some spiritual tools and techniques, we can also do that. It's however the session needs to be, however we both turn up to it, and whatever you need in that moment. So if that feels like something that you'd like to do, then I'll leave all the information for it in the information box, and it will be lovely to meet some of you and to have that space and time to discuss these wonderful things. And then I'll also be hosting a workshop for people who want to tap into what desire means and where desire comes from, and how to discern when desire is coming from love or moving towards love, and how to use desire that's coming from love to live a life more in alignment with the present moment and with the oneness of life. And so information for that again will be in the info box. I'll only be taking a small group of people for that, just so that we can really be focused and to allow space for everybody to have any realizations they need or to share anything that they need without there being like a time limit or anything. So yeah, again, that will be like limited spaces for that one. And yeah, I feel very excited, and I hope some of you would love to come join. But yeah, only if you feel called to. There's no need to do anything if you don't want to do anything. So yeah, wishing you all, as always, such a wonderful day, evening, morning, whatever time zone it is for you. And I can't wait to see you in the next one.